TRINIDAD SCORPION.
I think you should have your inhaler on hand just in case.
About the same, right?
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, fuck, dude, hold on. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Chili Relationship Challenge. On the last episode, we did the ghost pepper chili, but this time we're gonna make it even hotter by doing the TRINIDAD Scorpion. And in today's game, what you're gonna see again is the dynamic between me and my girlfriend. So you guys can know that I'm actually in a healthy relationship, doing my best because I came from a dysfunctional household and now I'm learning how to be in a healthy one. And in today's episode, what we're gonna be doing is, we have about 7 to 10 questions on things that, if you're in a relationship and you're trying to make it work, we're gonna answer how we make it work. From love languages to when you come from a traumatic background, how do you get into a healthy one? And to just many good things that's gonna bring you a lot of wisdom and knowledge to help benefit you. And I wanna introduce, like I always do, my beautiful girlfriend, Ashraf.
Hello. It's always the worst part, introducing myself. You remember me from the last video. If not, go back to that video and watch.
I think this is a little bit better. You got a little bit better, see the intro, right? Well, today, so are you ready to do this? We got the TRINIDAD Scorpion.
I think you should have your inhaler on hand just in case.
It's cool. I think I got my inhaler in my gym bag. So we'll have to ask Anthony, our amazing camera guy, to get my inhaler if I need it.
Did you see this part? Extra hot.
Oh, it's this little meter right there.
Yeah.
And as you can see, look, it's brand new. We're not faking it. We got to open it.
I got it.
You got it? You want to open it?
Yeah.
All right. And the rules to this game we're going to do is this. So the hot ones, maybe you heard of. Well, they have a card game. And on these, they're going to have pop quiz. So you'll see there's questions on it, right? There's 3 questions. And what we're going to do is we're each going to grab a card. And we're each gonna ask the questions. So whoever gets the most questions on the card, right? So let's say she gets 1 right, I get 2 right, I win that round, which means she has to eat a pita bread with the TRINIDAD Scorpion Chili. And after that, then we're gonna ask the deep question to give you guys some wisdom and knowledge of how to navigate a healthy relationship. So this kind of makes it fun because one of us is gonna be suffering every round and trying to answer these questions, right? To keep our cool. And obviously, the more that you eat, the more that you're gonna suffer.
Nice. Should we do rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. All right, so rock, paper, scissors, and then shoot, right?
Yep.
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
What does that mean though? We're both grabbing cards.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense anymore.
So I just asked the question first.
Okay.
All right. Ooh. What is the name of the most famous English playwright? A. Joseph Addison. B. William Congreve. C. William Shakespeare.
I had to guess on this one. What's it called, the playwright?
Most famous English playwright.
A.
No, Shakespeare. Obviously. Come on, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Okay, where is the world's largest deserts? Africa, Asia, or Antarctica?
Well,
you're a world
I think
traveler.
It's Sahara Desert in Africa.
Wrong, Antarctica.
Oh yeah, huh? Antarctica is considered a desert. You know why it's considered a desert?
Oh gosh, here we go. We're about to find out why.
Because there's like hardly any life there. So it's like a desert of life. Desert of biology. I learned that before and I forgot. Who wrote Huckleberry Finn? A. Ernest Hemingway. B. Charles Dickens. C. Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Good job.
Oh, I just guessed on that one. Which continent is Iceland part of? Europe, Asia, or North America?
Europe.
Okay.
Who wrote the Lord of the Rings books? J.K. Rowling, Virginia Woolf, or J.R.R. Tolkien?
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Okay. That's 2.
Which country is both an island and a continent? Greenland, Australia. Yeah. Okay, well, we both got it. 2 and 2. What does that mean?
Go another?
No, let's just both eat.
You want to go ham on the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we just came up with this rule right now. So since we both got a tie, we're both gonna eat it with the Trinidad Scorpion.
All right.
So, yeah, so here, let's put it under the card. All right.
We're winging it. Okay, I guess I'll hold it, you
Okay.
pour it. They better be the same amount. Spank it.
About the same, right?
Sure.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, cheers. Whoa! Whoa!
I think we're gonna have to change the rule.
Woo!
Oh my God. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. I think I regret this game already.
Hurry, ask it.
Oh, I'm getting the hiccups.
Here, I'll ask. Where is it?
Oh no.
Okay. How do you make a relationship work when you both have different love languages? Okay, I'll go first. Or you don't want to go first?
You go first. You go
Okay.
first. I can't think.
Okay, so my perspective is your love languages are words of affirmation and physical touch, right? Or no, mostly words of affirmation.
Wait, what? Words of affirmation. Mine are words of affirmation and acts of service.
Acts of service, okay. And mine is quality time and acts of service. And I struggle with words of affirmation because I grew up in a dysfunctional home where there were no words of love ever shared. For example, literally not once in my life have my parents and I ever exchanged I love yous. So for me, words lost a lot of power and meaning. And when good words were shared, it was usually in form of manipulation. So I struggle with words of affirmation, giving and receiving. So it's something I'm actually actively working on. And I think the root of it is struggling with my own perfectionism and viewing things from a more critical lens makes it hard for me to always identify the positive in certain situations. And being able to highlight that in a way that feels authentic can be challenging. So I normally show my love and my appreciation in other ways, but not verbally. And that's something I'm working on with my therapist, is how to start practicing giving more words of affirmation to help you feel loved in the way that you understand and appreciate. So she taught me to send more voice memos, which feel more comfortable, and doing it more in writing via text, which also feels more comfortable, so I can get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, this is really hot. Yeah, and you know, like what you said, right? My natural ones for me are words of affirmation and acts of service because that's what I lacked in my childhood. So I tend to give that naturally. But what I had to learn with you was, like for me, I had to understand that words of affirmation isn't your love language. And so I had to learn that like, it's selfish of me to be like, well, I do show you love. Look what I tell you. And you're like, yeah, but that's not, I don't need that. I have to respect that. Be like, oh, okay. So like we do the love languages, the Gary Chapman book, right? Quality time, acts of service. And it's up to me to respect that. Okay, quality time is her number one. It might not be my number one. Mine might be acts of service number one, or affirmation around that, let's say. But I had to learn to be able to meet your needs and not expect you to change. Like, well, this is what I do, and this is who I am. It's either you want to be with me or not. And it's more understanding, like, okay, if that's what you need, then I will go out of my way to make it happen. And so for me, I need to check myself sometimes because maybe I don't need that much quality time. But if you do, then I need to remember that so I can actually show up for you. And so for me, right, it's about therapy. My sponsor told me that too, like just ask her what she needs and just give it to her. Like stop making it about you, Fausto. Because right, that's me putting in the work. And I think for some people, they may have the same love language, which is cool. It's probably more natural. But there's times where it's different, and it doesn't mean that you're not meant to be together. You just got to be able to communicate and do your best to meet your partner's needs.
And it can feel unnatural for a while.
Oh yeah.
And then you kind of get used to it, and you can understand each other better. And
Yeah.
both people feel more uplifted and seen in their relationship. And
Yeah, and I usually say too, if your partner is becoming more frustrated with you or irritated, it's probably because you're not showing up for them in the way they need. you know? And I think that's a big thing to look at. I was taught that your partner is a reflection of the way you treat them. And I'm not saying universal. There's some people that are just bad for you, yeah, but there's something like that. And you're right. In the beginning with words of affirmation, everybody would joke. I'm like, dude, you sound like a robot. Hello, Fausto. You look great today. I'm like, don't even tell me that no more.
Me trying.
And then for me,
oh no, he actually said I sound like a serial killer.
yeah, serial killer. And like for you, when it comes to quality time, like that's why I gotta check myself. That,
it's not about quantity time. It's about presence while you're there. That's why I never keep my phone on me when I'm with people, and I always try to focus 100% on them. And yeah, we're learning. I think we're still trying to figure it out to some extent, but we've come a long way in 3 years.
Yeah, and you're really good at it. Okay.
At what? Quality time?
Showing up and all that.
How are you?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, are
Dude,
you?
that was hot.
That hurts.
That was like bad. I'm scared.
I told you this one's gonna be rough.
Like this is like war now. I'm like, I don't want to lose.
We have yogurt.
Okay, I'll go first this time. Why is it? You're gonna get this right. What is the scientific term for when the sweat on your forehead? Wait, what is the scientific term for when you sweat on your forehead from too much hot sauce? Gustatory precipitation?
Precipitation?
Yeah, accruing participation? Precipitation? Or apocrine purpose? I can't even say that word.
Precipitation.
Yeah, I can't say it.
I don't know what the first words were for any of those.
Gustatory, accruing, and apocrine. Am I saying all those wrong?
From specifically sweat from your forehead? Yeah. I'm just gonna go with the first one.
Yeah, you're right.
Gustatory?
Damn it, yeah, you're right.
My turn?
Yeah.
How many Kit Kat flavors exist? A, 35, B, 350, C, 900.
I'm gonna say the smaller number.
35?
Yeah.
Wrong. 350.
If you ate an ounce of chili peppers and an ounce of orange slices, where would you get the most vitamin C? A, orange slices, 2, chili peppers, or C, the same amount?
I think C, the same amount.
Wrong. It's B, chili peppers.
That was my other guess. Yeah. Which chocolate company has the largest factory in the world? A, Nestle, B, Hershey's, C, Mars.
Like the planet Mars?
Oh, Mars chocolates. You don't remember those?
Nesquik.
There was no Nesquik on this list. It was A, Nestle, B, Hershey, or C, Mars.
A.
Nestle?
No. Yeah.
Hershey. Hershey chocolate.
Dude, I hate that.
Okay, that's enough. Good luck. Okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
How do you develop a healthy romantic relationship when both individuals come from dysfunctional and traumatic households?
Go for it.
No, you're supposed to answer.
Oh, what's the question?
How do you develop a healthy romantic relationship when both individuals come from dysfunctional and traumatic households?
Yeah, from my experience, growing up with, my parents were separated, back and forth, dysfunctional, right? There was no family time. For me, I had to find somebody that I viewed as like a mom and dad figure, and seeing how like that relationship worked, right? Watching them, observing them, just kind of seeing what it looked like behind the scenes, and then understanding that like my view of what love is going to be dysfunctional because what I know is unhealthy love. And so by having role models and asking questions and going to therapy and talking about it, and then kind of figuring out like what is a healthy relationship, like what do I define as one? And so I'm being able to kind of define that, observe that, and then work on myself, and the rest now is just kind of experimenting in the sense of being in a relationship. So like with you, I had to like learn how to like what does it feel like when someone actually does care about you? What does it feel like when someone does want to hang out with you? What happens when somebody cares about like what you want to do, or just being loved was so taboo to me. And so like for me, it was I just had to kind of learn from other people and kind of put it into practice. Like I still talk to my sponsor, my therapist, in our relationship, because I'm like, hey, simple as, how do I go to the grocery store with my girlfriend? Like I feel like I need to show up. I feel like I need to say something. I feel like I need to be funny. I feel like I need to perform. I don't know what to do. And it was simple as, dude, just push the cart. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, no, I got to show up. Like, just ask them what they want. And it's like, I just want you to be there. And it's kind of like mind blowing to me. I'm like, how do I not know that? So it is me having good people in my life that can speak life into me to navigate how to be in one. And a lot of therapy, because what's natural to me is not going to be healthy. What I think is healthy is not healthy. And when I am in something healthy, it's super uncomfortable because it's foreign to me. And so that's how I heal and get better to navigate this relationship. So.
Well, for me, I never had the privilege of having parental figures that I looked up to in my life. And still to this day, I don't really have anybody that I feel like substitutes a mom or dad in my life. Growing up, my parents had a very dysfunctional relationship, and unfortunately, for better or for worse, they're still married. There's a lot of codependency, a lot of narcissism, a lot of manipulation in that relationship still to this day. I didn't grow up with anybody in my family having a functional marriage, so for me, that idea felt really foreign as well. Something I've learned through a lot of therapy and life experiences that the unhealthy relationships I kept choosing are a reflection of my parents, specifically my father, and the lack of love that he was able to provide. So I realized when I got into a healthy relationship that I felt boring, because suddenly healthy is boring, right?
Right.
Boring is healthy. And in a good way, not boring and like there's no intellectual stimulation or emotional connection, but boring in the sense that like peacefulness is foreign to me. So I had to get used to sitting with that and knowing that like this is the long-term choice of like there's going to be days, weeks, months even where it is a little bit boring, and that's okay. That's what a healthy long-term relationship looks and feels like. And thank God for a lot of therapy to help me navigate my own inner demons so that I can show up better. Because at the end of the day, I can't expect somebody to be in a healthy relationship with me if I'm unhealthy, if I'm codependent, if I'm not able to show up in the way that they deserve, and vice versa. So how did that feel, the sauce?
I'm dying.
Nice.
I'm like checked out.
Okay,
All right.
fun. Okay. What movie was made famous by the story of a sinking ship in 1912? A, the Titanic, B, the Lusitania, C, the Britannic.
Titanic.
Yep.
That's my boy Leo. That's the reason why I know it. Which planet is the closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Yeah. God, these questions for you.
Who was the first actor to play the Hulk? You should know this. A, Edward Norton, B, Lou Ferrigno, C, Mark Ruffalo.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, good job. I wouldn't have known that.
Oh, my turn. How long does it take to travel to the moon by a spaceship? A, 3 days, B, 5 days, or 6-7 days?
7 days.
Nope, 3 days.
What year was the first Spider-Man comic released? A, 1953, B, 1962, C, 1966.
1966.
No, 1962.
Ah.
Okay, so we both got one wrong? Yep. Or I got two wrong?
You got two wrong. And so you got two wrong.
Okay, so I go first.
Well, no, I have one more question for you.
Oh. I got two wrong? No, I got Mercury right.
No, so you got one right, I got two right. So you can do a tiebreaker right now, and we both do it, or you just lose. Ready? The next question. What percentage of the Earth is made of water?
70.
No.
Oh, what is it?
71%. You lost. You should have waited.
No.
You should have waited.
I won that one.
See, guys, what happens when you get too cocky?
No, I know my stuff.
Well, actually, apparently you don't.
Okay, so that was a tie.
No, because you got it wrong. I got two right. No, you said, I don't care. You said, nope. Got it. I was surprised I won that.
You didn't.
It was your cockiness. I know, right? I can see there's a lesson in this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm numb to it now. Wrong pipe.
How do you rebuild trust once it's broken?
I think the first step is you have to be willing to rebuild that trust. It doesn't happen without the will to want it. Because once the trust is broken, it's really, really hard to get it back. I think we've been in a situation where the trust was broken. Oh God, hold on, I need to pick this up. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to practice. She's gonna rebuild my trust now.
Thanks, bye. Okay, sorry, there's a leak in the, why'd you eat all the bread?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you both need to have the willpower to work through it. And I think we did couples therapy to really navigate our own parts of rebuilding trust and what we each have to offer each other, which is a willingness to change, a willingness to be patient with each other, to not question each other's integrity, or making sure that we can communicate the need for reassurance in a healthy way that doesn't create a strange dynamic around needing reassurance constantly. So, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, no, you know, from my end, right, I think when you break trust, you have to accept the fact that I'm the person that breaks the trust. I have to accept the fact that, one, I can't tell you when to trust me. I can't put a time frame of when you should. I can't control how long it's gonna take. You know, I have to accept it's gonna take as long as it's gonna take. If I wanna be in it and I wanna make it work, then my part is I have to accept how long it's gonna take, and I have to be able to meet your needs to rebuild that trust, whether it's extra transparency, extra reassurance, extra check-ins, like whatever it is, right? And I have to be okay with that and not take it personal and not get irritated because my actions created this problem. So now the ripple effect is, you know, what's my part in it? You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, one person has to want to forgive and one person has to want to build trust, right? And then the goal is to get to a place where that trust is rebuilt to a place where there doesn't need to be so much work behind the scenes being happening, but it's not easy. It takes time. I think couples therapy it's real smart having a professional come in because not everybody can rebuild that trust. Everybody has the strength and the ability to walk through that on both ends.
And I also think it depends on what kind of trust you're broken.
Oh yeah,
I think
for
there's
sure.
some things that are so egregious that, you know, out of self-respect, you should move on.
Yeah.
And then there's some things where we're both human and we've both made mistakes that have violated each other's trust to some extent, big or small. I think it happens, especially in the beginning of a relationship when you're getting to know each other. You know, you don't necessarily understand each other's boundaries until a boundary is crossed, and then you have to express what that boundary is. So
100%.
you know, that's unfortunately part of the growing process as well. I think we can confidently say 3 years in, we've like worked through that stuff, but it took time.
Yeah.
Cool. You go first.
Okay, how many teams are in the NFL?
Oh, fuck, I don't know this shit.
20, 31, or 32?
Those are all pretty close to each other. Well, there's like NFL teams for like every major city or something, right? In the country, or I'm gonna say 32.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. What year was the first commercial hot sauce available? A, 1807, B, 1862, C, 1924.
1924.
No, 1807.
There was TVs in 1807?
First commercial hot sauce, meaning hot sauce for sale.
Oh, well, see, you should have been more clear. Like
That's
a
what
commercial on
commercial
TV.
hot sauce
I heard
means.
commercial, I heard TV. Okay, which teams drafted Brett Favre?
Who?
Which team drafted Brett Favre?
I don't know.
A, Atlanta Falcons, B, Green Bay Packers, or C, Minnesota Vikings?
I don't know anything. Minnesota.
No.
I don't know. Who is it? What is that?
It's the Falcons, come on.
All right. The heat from a hot pepper is concentrated in the A, veins, B, stem, C, seeds. Veins, stem, seeds.
Seeds.
Correct.
Who won the first Super Bowl? Dallas Cowboys, Green Bay Packers, or Baltimore Ravens?
The only one I recognize is Cowboys, so I'm going to say Dallas Cowboys.
Nope. Okay, go.
Who's the right answer?
Green Bay Packers. Come on, you should know that. That's where I was just at, Wisconsin. Cheese curds.
Pepper X, the world's hottest pepper, was bred by which pepper farmer? A, Smoke and Ed, B, Fiery Johnson, or C, Volcano Joe?
A.
Fiery Johnson. Okay, A is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 2 right, I got 2 wrong.
So yeah, you eat again. All right, you ready?
Get the next question prepped. feel like I need more bread.
More chili?
No.
Just step it up a bit. All right. This question is, how do you practice forgiveness in a relationship so you don't continue to be reactive and triggered? So I'll go first.
No, I'm supposed to go first, remember?
Oh yeah, because you lost, huh? Go. Sorry, I'm not used to winning so much.
Read the question again.
How do you practice forgiveness in a relationship so you don't continue to be reactive and triggered?
I read a book about forgiveness that was really helpful, forgiveness and trust. And one big takeaway was, in order to learn how to forgive others, you first have to learn how to forgive yourself, because that's the core of everything, right? You can't really share forgiveness or love with others if you can't even love yourself. Similar principles. So I really had to learn, like, what are the parts of me that I have a hard time accepting? And in my own humanity and my own struggle with perfectionism, like, where can I start to let go within myself so that I can be more patient and give more grace to the people I care about? Because ultimately, what we do to others is just a projection of ourselves. If I'm really perfectionist with my own behaviors, I'm going to project that perfectionism onto others, and that's not fair. So I had to learn how to forgive myself to be a more forgiving individual.
No, that's good. Yeah, I agree with that too, right? If you can't forgive self, then how can you forgive others? And for me, it's that's what I kind of do for me. Like, if I ever find myself getting like resentful towards you for anything, right? It could be anything, right? And I'm like ruminating on it and like angry. Usually my first 5 thoughts aren't healthy to go through my head. It's I always look back at myself and I'm like, okay, have you ever done this before? Have you ever, X, Y, and Z before? Okay, so you want to be forgiven for what you did. Why can't you forgive that person? And I that's how I check myself too. Like, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. Why am I going to be so condemning to somebody when I do that? And so for me, it helps me reflect, because I know if I don't forgive it, then all it's going to do is what? To fester. I'm going to be more reactive. And so that's what helps me. Have I ever done this before? And again, right, depends on what it is. Right? Obviously, if I'm forgiving, because it says if we're forgiving and we want to stay together, then the goal is I need to start practicing forgiving quickly, because I want to be with this person, right? It's different forgiving and then walking away, because at least you don't see the person. So yeah, so that's what I do for me, is that I just remembering how much I've been forgiven.
We both make mistakes. And,
yeah.
You've forgiven me for a lot of things, and I forgive you for a lot of things. And the fact that we can do that helps build that trust and helps build that love. And
especially when it's like, another thing I do too is I ask myself, do you really think she woke up this morning and said, this is my goal to do this to him? You know what I mean? Like, kind of taking away, like, it's not personal. Like, it's not like she's like, oh, I can't wait to X, Y, and Z. Like, it's my goal for the day, right? It's never, what's that word? It's never intentional or some other word for, I can't remember.
I think the other thing for me is asking myself, will it matter a year from now? And sometimes if it's a pattern, I'll, see if it happens a few times before I bring it up. And sometimes if it's not a pattern, it's just like a one-off thing, asking myself, like, does it matter? Yeah. And then that gives me a little bit of perspective as well to, pick and choose my battles.
There you go. All right.
All right, you go first.
Crazy. This is that one question she's gonna know. Which physicist first modeled gravity? Newton, Einstein, or Maxwell?
Newton.
Yeah.
What snack is traditionally left out for Santa Claus? A, cookies, B, brownies, or C, chips? I know you didn't really have a childhood, so this might be a little bit hard for you.
I didn't even know who Santa was. Cookies.
How old were you when Santa stopped being real?
Like 4.
Damn, I was like 10 years old.
Yeah, the kids who abused me when I was a kid, ooh, TMI, told me Santa was fake.
Your turn.
How many elements are there in the
periodic table?
Yeah. 106, 118, or 124?
Oh my goodness. I used to know this. I think it's 124.
You're wrong.
Is it 106?
Wow, no, you're wrong again. It's 118. Wow, the scientist is wrong.
I used to know every element on the periodic table. I don't remember them anymore. All right, what is the best-selling Christmas single of all time? A, White Christmas. B, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. C, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
White Christmas.
Yeah, that's correct.
What is the scientific name of water? Helium monoxide, hydrogen dioxide, or dihydrogen monoxide?
Dihydrogen monoxide.
Yep.
What was the first country to issue a Christmas postage stamp? A, USA, B, Russia, C, Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. Damn, you got them all right.
Mm-hmm. You know how I got that one right? I was like, well, it snows in Canada, so I'm guessing Canada will be the one, and Russia I don't think would be the one. Dude, I'm liking this game.
Good thing it's me, because I can handle it better than you can.
You want to do a little bit more now? Ooh, we're gonna step it up.
Are the question ready?
Why is having individual therapy beneficial for developing a healthy love life?
Well, the only way you can have a healthy love life is if you are a healthy individual coming into the situation. Two healthy individuals can create a healthy relationship, but one unhealthy and one healthy doesn't work. Two unhealthy people doesn't work. So you got to work on your own stuff. Be accountable for your own part. First and foremost, address where your root causes of your relational issues come from. Work on that, and then you can show up better in every area of your life.
Yeah.
Whether it's colleagues or family or friends or your romantic relationship, which is the most triggering of them all. That's the only way.
That was the fastest you've talked. I feel like the chili's speeding up your language. Yeah, when it comes to the importance of it too, to add on to that is, it's like, it's the idea, right? Like if you don't love yourself, how can you show up for someone else, right? You will tolerate, I can't remember what that word is, but basically, a lot of times, like in my experience, right, as a recovering codependent, like every time I'm not healing from my codependency, whether I'm aware of it or not, I'm literally jumping into a relationship that's doomed to fail. Let's just be honest, because I'm probably choosing out of desperation, I'm choosing out of insecurity, and I'm gonna let a lot of things slide, and I'm not really gonna have boundaries or standards or be able to make something work. And so to have the individual therapy is so important because one is you should be doing work on yourself before you jump into a relationship. And also as you're in the relationship, you should be doing work too, because there's some things you can't heal until you're in one. And a lot of the times you tell me something and I don't hear it, I don't mean to, but then my therapist could bring something up that go, oh, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Or Anthony says the same thing I say and suddenly it makes so much sense.
Well, I'm just saying, the way Anthony said it though, I guess my videographer is my new therapist. So therapy is, I think is super important because again, we have to like reprogram ourselves to what is right and what is not right, and I love that the therapist has a non-biased opinion. Usually the therapist will call us out if they're good. And so, I think individual therapy is very important. Because again, you can't go to your friends all the time or family all the time. I mean, if you have one, hey, for advice, because sometimes they're going to take your side. It's just what it is sometimes. It's very hard to have someone come in and hear your part. It's a friend.
And they're not professionals.
Yeah.
What's to say that they know better than you do,
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just in an echo chamber of madness.
And the last thing you want to do is go to somebody unhealthy to take advice from. A lot of people will do that too.
Or to trauma dump on somebody, even if they are healthy individual, that's not fair to them.
And sometimes people will shop for answers. Like, I'm just looking for my thought process to get justified. And so you ask a bunch of people.
Okay. Next one, you better get it
Look
wrong.
at you, you're dying. She's dying. I go first or you go first? What is it?
First.
Okay. Where was the guitar invented? Italy, Spain, or Germany?
Spain.
Yeah.
Just thinking about the Arab Empire taking over Spain. They introduced that instrument and music.
That's what I thought too.
What attaches muscles to bones? Tendons, nerves, or veins?
Tendons.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. What is the oldest surviving musical instrument? The drum, the trumpet, or the flute?
Drum.
Nope, the flute. Come on, everybody knows that.
Come on, drum is like the easiest thing. You can drum on anything.
Yeah, but the flute too.
All right. What is the largest organ in the human body? Heart, skin, or lungs?
Skin's an organ?
Mm-hmm.
Lungs.
Skin.
How does that even make sense? What do they do? Just pull your skin off and like pile it up?
No, it's all over your body.
But that seems...
It has the largest surface area.
There's 9 layers of skin.
I know.
How many strings are there on a harp? 42, 47, or 53?
Jesus. 47?
Yeah.
Okay, what protein in red blood cells transports oxygen and carbon dioxide to and from tissues and organs? I love this one. Globulin, a hemoglobin, or iron?
Iron.
Hemoglobin. You lose.
All right, you ready? Go for it. And you can do a little bit more this time, like I did with you.
Oh, I will.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Okay. How do you balance self-care time with making time for your love life?
What?
How do you balance self-care time with making time for your love life?
Asking me it again?
How do you balance self-care time with making time for your love life?
First you have to, well, one is you got to kind of know what you need. Maybe before you get into a relationship, you kind of have like this routine of like, this routine is what I need to make sure I feel like I'm recharged and rested, right? So if you have that routine figured out, and then you start dating somebody, you kind of have an idea of what you need for yourself. And then if you communicate that with your partner, then you can figure out how to make them fit in that schedule, right? Because both parties should respect each other's self-care, because when they take care of each other, when we show up better for each other. So like, and then that kind of just takes, experience of figuring out what that looks like, because everyone's different. Extrovert, introvert, what you like, what you don't like. Like for me, oh fuck, dude, hold on. For me, hold on. Like for me, I need to work out 4 to 5 times a week. I need to eat right. My decompression for me might be like watching like a show that has nothing to do with like self-growth or evolving in life, kind of like watching The Walking Dead or The Flash or Dexter. Just something to decompress my brain. Also, I need 8 hours of sleep is where I'm usually good. And having fun. And that's kind of like my self-care on top of hopefully doing a job that I love and doing those things. And then I'm able to communicate with you like, hey, let's hang out on Saturday. I'm gonna make sure I get everything taken care of so I can show up for you fully, right? Because when I don't take care of that schedule, then I won't be able to show up for you properly. But it took me understanding myself to see what I need so I could show up for you. I don't know if any of that made sense. You're up.
Well, you and I are very different people, because I've lived alone for 12 years and I'm still living alone. I've traveled alone for to many, many, many countries. And so for me, it was actually harder to figure out how to have you come into my space. That was actually really hard for me, is navigating spending time together, where I'm so used to spending time on my own and I love my alone time. So, even when you show up out of nowhere, I get really disoriented and it messes up my routine and I tend to shut down and I dissociate, So going in very intentionally, like this is our time, like for these next 48 hours, we're gonna spend time together, helps me just be able to show up better when we are hanging out. Otherwise, I can be in bliss on my own for a long time.
Yeah, you're good at more alone time than I am. And then, I have ADHD, you don't have ADHD, so it's just knowing how to navigate self.
And I'm an introvert and I like my peace, and my home is my sanctuary, and anybody who comes in and messes up my peace really messes me up. But you don't mess up my peace, it's just in figuring out how to make time for us in a way that's nourishing for both of us and doesn't take away from my me time.
Got me on the next card. That's hurting right now, my stomach.
I have yogurt.
I'm good. Go for it.
In the initials of the federal agency known as NASA, what does the first A stand for? A, aeronautics, B, American, C, association.
Association.
Aeronautics.
What date was the first Truth or Dab episode aired? September 24th, December 27th, or July 8th?
There's no year?
2018, 2019.
What are the dates again? Say
September
the whole thing.
24th, 2018, December 27th, 2018, or July 8th, 2019.
I can't remember where I was. September 2018.
September. Yeah, you're right. Go.
What year was the first moonwalk? A, 1965, B, 1969, C, 1970.
Like someone walk on the moon or Michael Jackson did the moonwalk?
Somebody walking on the moon.
What are the dates?
What year was the first moonwalk? 1965, 1969, 1970.
1970.
1969. Okay.
Which of these duos was on Truth or Dab? Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron, Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, or Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with A.
Fuck.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Which of the following is not one of Jupiter's moons?
I lost no matter what.
I know.
Let's
But we're gonna go through it anyway.
Let's just
No,
move.
these are fun.
No, let's just move. I'm dying. Pour the chili.
Europa, Deimos, or Io?
Io.
No, Deimos.
Dude.
Do you want me to do less this time?
No,
Keep
it's fine.
going.
You can do the same.
You say so. Here we go. Okay. Why is it important to love yourself before entering a romantic relationship?
I go first because, dude, I'm like totally dissociated right now. It's important to love yourself because when you learn to love yourself, it teaches you how to respect somebody else's time and what they need, and to be able to recognize how to show up for somebody, and also how to recognize how the other person needs their time and space to love themselves, to show up for you. And I think loving yourself is important for that, because like for me, for example, I used to think people were being disrespectful, rude to me because they would say stuff like, oh, I can't hang out today, like I don't have the money for it. And I'm like, that makes no sense. Like we both make the same amount of money. Yes, this person does. They probably just don't want to hang out with me. Why can't they be honest? What I realized is this person loves himself and is being responsible because he one day wants to get a home for him and his wife. And so for me, the lesson was, once I started to understand how to love myself by being responsible, respectful, and taking care of myself, I started to be like, oh, this person just loved himself. And so he has a set of boundaries and ways of living versus me, I didn't. And so the more that I love myself, the more I'm understanding of, hey, I just need this weekend for me to recharge. When I love myself, oh, I get it. I know what you mean by that, because I like to recharge too. I know it's because you don't want to hang out. I said you don't want to hang out with me. Or like, hey, I would love to do something today, but I'm trying to, I don't want to really spend money. I'm trying to like be responsible with it. Instead of being like, so if you don't want to hang out with me, then that's what you're saying. Like, just be honest. But now I understand, like, oh no, I know what that's like. Like, yeah, I can't do a lot of things because I'm trying to be responsible. And also, loving myself allows me to not need my partner to love me. And I think that's a big thing. When I don't love myself, then I expect my partner to show up to meet my needs when I want it on my time. And what ends up happening is I push my partner away. So when I love myself, I am more appreciative of my partner for when they are with me, when they can be there. And I don't expect them to love me. So it's more of a, I want to be with you, so I need to be with you. And I think a want is loyalty versus a need is more codependency. So yeah, I think it's important to love yourself, because this is a heavy thing, but if you don't love yourself today and you have kids, you have a partner, whatever, siblings, I believe, then you truly don't love anybody. You think you do, but if you don't love yourself, you're not really giving love to these people. You're giving something to these people, but I don't think it's the deepest form of love that you can give, because how can you give something that you don't have? Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay, your turn.
Well, first, I think, what even is self-love? Because self-love is something that you have to constantly work on. Your body's going to change over time. Your jobs are going to change. Your identity evolves as you grow. You know, life circumstances will cause a paradigm shift in how you see yourself. So I think it's not, for me, about self-love. It's about self-worth and self-respect. Because without that, I would constantly choose people who are not good fits in my life, whether they're friendships or jobs that I'm selecting or romantic relationships. But because I have self-respect and I have a high self-worth, and that's through a lot of hard work of trying to build a relationship with myself, and being alone is a big aspect of building a relationship with yourself. Because who are you behind closed doors? Can you even face yourself? Can you even be in your own head and accept what's going on in your mind? Can you befriend yourself? Can you be your own best friend? You know, that is all big factors into playing into self-love, whatever that means. So, and to your point, you can't love others if you can't even figure out how to love yourself. And you won't know how to identify healthy love that's given to you if you don't even have a baseline of how much you can love yourself. You know, that goes back to self-worth. If you have a high self-worth, other people will notice and they're going to treat you with respect. But if you have a low self-worth, you're going to attract all the wrong types of people who are going to just continue to reinforce your low self-respect. So that's my 2 cents. That was the last question, by the way.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh. I think we should do one more question, or should we just end it there?
End it.
Huh?
You look like death.
My stomach hurts so bad.
Yogurt?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Lactose helps counteract the enzymes.
Okay. What do I do in my audience?
Subscribe, thank you for showing.
Oh yeah.
I got this.
Okay.
Like and subscribe. Not your average counselor. Do it for me. Do it because I said so.
What she said, guys. Thank you guys again for tuning into this episode. As you can see, this one was way hotter than the last one. Honestly, I don't even know if anything I said made sense. I don't remember anything she said during this game. I don't even know if the videographer is even filming this or not. I have no idea what's happening because I'm so dissociated. But hopefully you got something out of this episode to help you guys with navigating healthy relationships or getting yourself ready for one. Is that how I end these videos? I think so, yeah, right? And then you say,
See you next time.
see you next time.
When we do, what was the next?
Oh yeah,
Carolina
next one we're
Reaper.
doing the Carolina Reaper Chili, which is gonna be even hotter. We're gonna have another game. Maybe even do it somewhere like a Dave and Buster's, or we'll figure out something out, or bowling, Lucky Strike, we'll figure it out.
No, we're not doing bowling. You worked at a bowling, what's it called? A
Bowling alley?
Bowling alley for years. Scary how good you are. I just make lucky shots every once in a while.
Yeah. Until the next time. And we're done.
Okay, I'll go get the yogurt.
Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna do diarrhea. I think my butt's gonna burn.
Just scoop it. It's banana.
We don't have a spoon.
It's all over your beard.
Oh, at least people won't hear my chewing, huh?
Yeah, that's why I said pita bread. You know how many friends of mine were like, dude, I can't stand it. That my misophonia, my husband too, he couldn't stand listening to this video. And I was like, dude, same. I can't.